Unwavering performance by Narayana Group of Colleges. Central Zone, Bangalore and G Mains and NEET 2019. 5 spectacular achievements. All India 3rd rank and Karnataka 1st rank by Udith Kumar and G Mains B Arch. All India 8th rank and Jipmer by Badur Singh. All India 47th rank by Badur Singh and 81st rank by Udith Mohan in NEET. 100% pass percentage in CBSE board exam. And last but not the least 4 KVPY selections from single campus. For admission details for academic year 2020-2021 in Narayana Group of Colleges. Central Zone Bangalore. Contact 7022224095, 7022293850, 7022293849.
So greetings of the day, students. Today we are going to discuss about physics assignment 1 in the lesson motion in straight line. So directly going into the first question. The first question is, a body moves 6 meters north, then 8 meters east and 10 meters vertically upwards. Between initial and final position, what is the resultant displacement? Now, this is initial position and this is final position. You should find what is the resultant displacement. In general, we have to solve this problem basing on vectors. But since vectors concepts are not completed, in general method we will solve it. Now 6 meters north and 8 meters east are mutually perpendicular to each other. So the resultant of these two will be 10 meters. How did you get the resultant of 6 and 8 to be 10? By using Pythagoras theorem. This is a right angle triangle. So length of one side is 6 meters, length of the other side is 8 meters, then the length of hypotenuse will be 10 meters. Now this 10 meter and 10 meter, they are perpendicular to each other. This 10 meter and this 10 meter, they are perpendicular to each other. So I can redraw them as, this is 10 meter and this one is 10 meter. This is 10 meter upward and this is the resultant of these two. Now here initial position is existing. Here final position is existing. They are asking what is the resultant displacement between the two positions. So this would be the resultant displacement. Again, it's a right angle triangle. So one side is 10 meter, another side is 10 meter. Then the length of hypotenuse will be 10 root 2 meter. So 10 root 2 meter is the resultant displacement. So let us go to the second question. An athlete completes one round of circular track of radius r in 40 seconds. What would be his displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? So this is a circular track of radius r. Let us take this person as the athlete. For him to complete one revolution, time taken is given as 40 seconds. To complete one revolution, the time taken is being given as 40 seconds. Now first identify in 2 minutes 20 seconds, where will the athlete be? 2 minutes 20 seconds is 140 seconds. Because you know that 1 minute is 60 seconds, 2 minutes is 120 seconds, 2 minutes 20 seconds is 140 seconds. One revolution 40 seconds, 2 revolutions 80 seconds, 3 revolutions 120 seconds. So in 120 seconds, the athlete again comes back to his initial position. Now what is the remaining time left out? Another 20 seconds is there. So in that last 20 seconds, the athlete will move from this position to this position. It means in 2 minutes 20 seconds, in 2 minute 20 second, which is 140 seconds time duration, the athlete will complete 3 revolutions and half revolution. 3 revolutions and half revolutions. So initial position of the athlete is this. Final position of the athlete is this. This is nothing but the diameter of the circle. Diameter of the circle is always twice the radius. So his displacement in 2 minutes 20 seconds will be, his displacement in 2 minutes 20 seconds will be how much? 2 times of capital. His displacement in 2 minutes 20 seconds will be 2 times of capital R. So the third problem is, a person is traveling in a straight line. The total distance traveled by the person is S. Half of the total distance the person is moving with a speed of V1. Remaining half of the distance the person is moving with a speed of V2. Then what is the average speed or what is the average velocity? So average velocity formula is total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. Average velocity, I can write it as V average, equal to total displacement S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. But here we have to convert the standard form of this formula into the secondary form. You know that velocity is displacement by time. This implies time is displacement by velocity. So you can write T as S by V. So this expression will become V average is equal to S1 plus S2 all divided by T1 can be written as S1 by V1 plus T2 can be written as S2 by V2. In the problem, S1 is given as S by 2, S2 is given as S by 2. So, basing on that, we have to find what is V average. So V average will be S by 2 plus S by 2, that becomes S whole divided by S1 by V1. I'll write it as S by 2 by V1 plus S by 2 by V2. Now in the denominator I can take S by 2 common. So S in denominator and S in numerator gets cancelled. On simplification, we will get V average as, on simplification we will get V average as 2V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. On simplification, we will get average velocity as 2V1 V2 whole divided by V1 plus V2. This is the solution for the third question. Now see the fourth problem. This problem is basing on average speed. Car is moving in a straight line. It is traveling from A to B with a speed of V1, covering a distance S, and again it returns from B to A with a speed of V2, covering the same distance. For the total journey, we have to find what is the average speed. For the total journey, we have to find what is the average speed. So, average speed formula you have to write in terms of S and V. What is average speed formula in terms of S and V for two situations? Average speed formula in terms of S and V for two situations is V average is equal to S1 plus S2 whole divided by S1 by V1 plus S2 by V2. This is average speed formula in terms of S and V for two situations. What is given in the problem? S1 is equal to S2 is equal to S. S1 is equal to S2 is equal to S. From where to where the body is traveling? From A to B first, then B to A. So S1 is the distance from A to B, S2 is the distance from B to A. Since both distances are equal, I will take S1 is equal to S2 is equal to as S. Similarly, what is V1 and V2? V1 is 20 km per hour, V2 is 30 km per hour. Now how to find V average? Reduce this expression. V average is S1 plus S2. It will become S plus S. So S plus S is 2S whole divided by S by V1 plus S by V2, which I can write it as S into 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. S is taken common in the denominator. So S into 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. S in numerator, S in denominator gets cancelled. Now in the denominator, if I take LCM and simplify this equation, what I will get the formula? V average is equal to 2V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. The same formula which you got in the previous problem, the same thing you will get. Now substitute. So V average is equal to 2 into V1 is 20, V2 is 30. So 2 into 20 into 30 whole divided by 20 plus 30. So 20 plus 30 is 50. 2 2s are 4. 4 3s are 12. In the numerator you will get 1200 divided by 50. 0 0 gets cancelled. So what you will get the answer as? V average is equal to 1200 by 50. 0, 0 gets cancelled. 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 20. So you will get the answer as 24 meter per second. Sorry, 24 kilometer per hour. Because it is given in terms of kilometer per hour, it is 24 kilometer per hour. That is how we have to do the fourth problem. That is how we have to do the fourth problem. Let us go to the next problem. Look, if you can see this diagram, I am explaining the problem in the diagram. This is a H stands for house, S stands for school. A boy is traveling from house to school with a speed v1 and from school to house with a speed v2. So in these two situations, the distance traveled by the boy is 6 kilometers. For the total trip, what is the average speed? So, what is given? S1 is equal to S2 is equal to S. What is S1? The distance the boy has travelled from house to school. The distance the boy has travelled from school to house is S2. Both are equal, which is equal to S. From house to school he is moving with a speed 2.5 km per hour. From school to house he is moving with a speed of 4 km per hour. We have to find average speed. So V1 is 2.5 km per hour. V2 is 6 km per hour. Sorry, 4 km per hour. We have to find what is the average speed. So V average in terms of S and V, when S1 and S2 are equal, is 2V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. So, in the fifth problem, in the fourth problem, in the third problem, we are using the same formula. So, V average is equal to 2 into V1 is 2.5 into V2 is 4 whole divided by V1 plus V2. It is 2.5 plus 4. So V average is, do the calculation children, 2 into 2.5 is 5, 5 into 4 is 20, 20 divided by 2.5 plus 4 is 6.5. So remove the decimal, I can write this as 200 divided by 65. 265 are the multiples of 5. So if I cancel the numerator and denominator with 5, I'll get it as 40 by 13 kilometer per hour. That is the answer for the fifth problem. So students, let us go to the sixth problem. All these problems which are there in this assignment, they are basing on average speed only, but in different forms. A car moves for half of its time. Till now half of distance, half of distance, half of distance. Now it is half of its time at 80 km per hour and for rest half of the time at 40 km per hour. Total distance covered is 60 kilometers. What is the average speed of the car? Now, a small diagram for you to understand. Body is traveling from here to here. From here to here it is traveling with a speed v1 and how much time it has taken is t by 2. Remaining distance, it is traveling with a speed v2 within a time interval of t by 2. That is the meaning of first half of the time and second half of the time. T1 is t by 2, T2 is t by 2. V1 and V2 values are being given. You have to find average speed. Now what is the formula for average speed in terms of V and T? Go to the basic formula. How many situations are there? 2 situations. Basic formula of average speed for 2 situations is S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2. But here S1 plus S2 is given, but S1 and S2 are not given. You have to convert this. So V average is equal to what I can write S1 and what I can write S2 in terms of V1 and T1. I can write S1 as V1 T1 plus S2 as V2 T2 whole divided by T1 plus T2. Now do the substitutions. Before doing the substitutions, since time intervals are same, T1 and T2 are same, you can still reduce this formula. Wherever T1 is there, write T by 2. Wherever T2 is there, write T by 2. What this equation will become? V average is T by 2 here, T by 2 here. So I'll take T by 2 common in the numerator. You will get T by 2 into V1 plus V2 whole divided by, in place of T1 and in place of T2 again write T by 2 and T by 2. So it is T by 2 plus T by 2. I think all of you have understood how you got this. T1 and T2 are written as T by 2. So T by 2 is taken common in the numerator. So T by 2 into V1 plus V2 divided by T by 2 plus T by 2. So V average equal to T by 2 plus T by 2 is T. So T by 2 into V1 plus V2 divided by T. T in numerator, T in denominator gets cancelled. So V average is V1 plus V2 by 2. V average is V1 plus V2 by 2. So what you will get the answer? V average is V1 is given as 80 km per hour. V2 is given as 40 km per hour. 80 plus 40 is 120 km per hour divided by 2. So 80 plus 40 divided by 2. So V average is 60 km per hour is the average speed for the car. That is the 6th problem. So go to the next problem, children. It is 7th problem. It is again finding average speed in terms of S and V with slight difference. What he is telling is the car is moving in a straight line. The total distance travelled by the car from initial to final position is S. 1/3 of S distance, car is moving with a speed V1, and remaining distance car is trying to move with a speed V2. Total distance is S. The first interval of distance will be 1/3 S. What would be the remaining distance? S minus S by 3, which is equal to 2/3 S. 1/3 S car is moving with a speed of 20 kilometer per hour. 2/3 s car is trying to move with a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. We have to find average speed. So this is the given data: V1, V2, S1, S2. So V average is equal to S1 plus S2 whole divided by S1 by V1 plus S2 divided by V2. Next step, V average is equal to S1, S by 3 plus 2/3 s, 2s by 3 whole divided by s by 3 by V1 plus s 2s by 3 by V2. So wherever S1 is there, I have written S by 3, S by 3. Wherever S2 is there, I have written 2s by 3, 2s by 3. So s by 3 plus 2s by 3 is s. V average equal to, in the numerator you will get s divided by, in the denominator what should I take common? I can take s by 3, s by 3 common. So if I take s by 3 common, what is remaining in the denominator? 1 by V1 plus 2 by V2. 2 by V2. Don't forget, it is 2 by V2. S in numerator and s in denominator gets cancelled. So what you will get? V average is equal to, take LCM here. LCM will be V1, V2. In the numerator part of the denominator, what you will get? V2 plus 2V1 will get. V2 plus 2V1. See how I'll solve. So 1 divided by 1 by 3. Just now I told you LCM is V1, V2. I am solving every step to make you to understand. V1, V2 is the LCM. So V1, V1, V2 will be remaining plus V2, V2, 2V1 is remaining. So finally what you will get, the formula for average speed in this situation? You will get it as 3 V1 V2 whole divided by 2 times of V1 plus V2. 2 times of V1 plus V2. So V average will be equal to 3 into V1 is 20, V2 is 60. Substitute. 20 into 60 whole divided by 2 into 20 plus 60. So V average is equal to 3 2s are 6, 6 6 are 36. It becomes 3600 in the numerator. So 3600 whole divided by 2 into 20 is 40, 40 plus 60 is 100. So 100 will cancel this one 36 times. So V average is 36. V1 is given in kilometer per hour. V2 is given in kilometer per hour. So average velocity will also be in kilometer per hour. That is how we have to do this problem. So children, let us go to the next problem. It's a very simple problem, only one step. A particle moves along a semicircle of radius 10 meter in 5 seconds. A particle moves along a semicircle. This is a semicircle. its radius is r. The particle is starting to move from here along the circumference of the semicircle, it reaches here. So this is initial position and this is the final position. Find average velocity of the particle. Average velocity of the particle. So V average is equal to total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. V average. Average velocity is total displacement by total time. It's not average speed. Average speed is total distance by total time. Now when a particle is moving on a semicircular track, and if it moves from this position to this position, distance travelled will be pi r, whereas displacement will be 2r. Distance travelled will be pi r, total distance travelled will be pi r, whereas displacement will be 2r. Because the length of shortest path between initial and final position is displacement, that is nothing but 2r. So V average is equal to total displacement, it is 2r capital R, by total time is t. So this is 2 into r is 10 by the time taken is given as 5. So 5 will cancel 10 2 times, 2 into 2 it is 4. So the average velocity of the particle throughout the semicircular path will be 4 meter per second. Here it is 4 meter per second. Till now you have seen the value of average velocity in kilometer per hour. Why you got the answers in kilometers per hour till now? Because the data is given in kilometer per hour. But in this problem, distance is given in meter, time is given in second. So average velocity or average speed or velocity will be expressed in meter per second. So the answer is 4 meter per second. See the ninth problem. It's a very simple problem. Everyone can do this problem, but once I'll explain. A body moves from one corner of an equilateral triangle of side 10 centimeters length to the same corner along the sides. So what is telling? A body, let us name this equilateral triangle as ABC. Length of each side is 10 centimeters. A body started to move from A, it went to B, from B it went to C, from C it came back to A. A body started its motion from A, it went to B, from B it went to C, from C it came to A, where A, B and C are the vertices of an equilateral triangle. In this case, what is the distance travelled and what will be the displacement? So distance is equal to AB plus BC plus CA. Length of AB, length of line segment AB plus length of line segment BC plus length of line segment CA. So distance will be equal to, it is 10 plus 10 plus 10, which is equal to 30 centimeters will be the total distance travelled. Now what will be displacement? Displacement will be 0. So why is displacement 0? Because from where the object has started its motion from A, it has travelled all along the sides of the equilateral triangle and again it has reached A. So initial and final positions are same. When initial and final positions coincide, then displacement will be 0. That will be the answer. Children, this is the last problem which is there in the assignment. What is the problem C? It is similar to the problem which we have done in the same assignment. Slight difference. A body completes one round of circle of radius r in 20 seconds. So time taken by the body or the person to complete one revolution is 20 seconds. The time taken by the person to complete one revolution is 20 seconds. Then what is the question asked is, after 45 seconds from the beginning, what would be the displacement of the person? So, to complete one revolution, the person is taking 20 seconds. To complete two revolutions, the person will take 20 plus 20, which is equal to 40 seconds. To complete two 1/4 revolution, the person will take 45 seconds. To complete two 1/4 revolution, the person will take 45 seconds. This point, if you understand, you will get the answer. Now, for one revolution, 20 seconds. For half revolution, 10 seconds. For 1/4 revolution, 5 seconds. So for 40 seconds, two revolutions. For 45 seconds, in 45 seconds, the person will make two 1/4 revolution. So this is one revolution. This is one more revolution. 1/4 revolution means the person will come here, or the particle will come here. Again I am repeating, one revolution in 20 seconds, two revolutions in 40 seconds, two 1/4 revolution in 45 seconds. Means this is initial position of the person, this is final position of the person. Now what he is asking, what is the displacement? You know, the length of the shortest path between initial and final positions is nothing but displacement. Length of the shortest path between initial and final position is displacement. So you know, this is radius, this is radius. So this length will be root 2 r. So displacement of the person will be root 2 times of r. Displacement of the person will be root 2 times of r. So children, these are the problems which are there in assignment 1. All the problems are related to distance, displacement and average speed in different forms. So why I am trying to make this video and give it to you, because it will be acting as a reference for you to understand the assignment problems and solve it. So up to certain number of days or certain number of weeks, we will try to provide assignments like this in the form of videos. So when you get that rhythm in doing the problems, then you can do by own. So thank you very much, children. Thank you so much. Stay at home but keep learning. Thank you.
Unwavering performance by Narayana Group of Colleges. Central Zone, Bangalore and G Mains and NEET 2019. 5 spectacular achievements. All India 3rd rank and Karnataka 1st rank by Udith Kumar and G Mains B Arch. All India 8th rank and Jipmer by Badur Singh. All India 47th rank by Badur Singh and 81st rank by Udith Mohan in NEET. 100% pass percentage in CBSE board exam. And last but not the least, 4 KVPY selections from single campus. For admission details for academic year 2020-2021 in Narayana Group of Colleges. Central Zone Bangalore. Contact 7022224095. 7022293850. 7022293849.